Grand Master, at this time, I would like to invite the Most Worshipful Grand Lodge of West Virginia to lay the cornerstone of our new school.
The teachings of Freemasonry inculcate that in all our works, great or small, begun or finished, we should seek the aid of Almighty God. It is our first duty, then, to invoke the blessing of Almighty God upon the work in which we are about to engage. I therefore command the utmost silence and call upon all to unite with our Grand Chaplain in an address to the throne of grace. My worshipful Grand Treasurer, it has ever been the custom on occasions like the present to deposit within a cavity in the cornerstone to be laid in the northeast corner of the edifice certain memorials of the period at which it was erected, so that in the lapse of ages, if the fury of the elements or slow but certain ravages of time should lay bare its foundation, an enduring record may be found by succeeding generations to bear testimony to the energy, industry, and culture of our time. Has such a deposit been prepared?
It has, Most Worshipful Grand Master, and the various articles of which it is composed are safely enclosed within the casket now before you.
Right Worshipful Grand Treasurer, you will now deposit the casket in the cavity beneath the cornerstone, and may the great architect of the universe in his wisdom grant that ages on ages shall pass away ere it again be seen of men.
Most Worshipful Grand Master, your orders have been duly executed.
Right Worshipful Brethren, you will receive the implements of your office. With your assistance and that of the craft, I will now prepare to lay the cornerstone of this edifice according to the customs of our fraternity. Brother Grand Marshal, you will direct the craftsmen to furnish the cement and prepare to lower the stone. Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master, what is the proper implement of your office?
The square.
What are its moral and Masonic uses?
To square our actions by the rule of virtue and prove our work.
Apply the implement of your office to that portion of the cornerstone that needs to be proved and make report.
Most Worshipful Grand Master, I find the stone to be square. The craftsmen have done their duty.
Right Worshipful Senior Grand Warden, what is the proper implement of your office?
The level.
What are its moral and Masonic uses?
Morally, it teaches equality, and by it we prove our work.
Apply the implement of your office to that portion of the cornerstone that needs to be proved and make report.
Most worshipful Grand Master, I find the stone to be level. The craftsmen have done their duty.
Right Worshipful Junior Grand Warden, what is the proper implement of your office?
The plumb.
What are its moral and Masonic uses?
Morally, it teaches rectitude of conduct, and by it we prove our work.
Apply the implement of your office to that portion of the cornerstone that needs to be proved and make report.
Most watchful Grand Master, I find the stone to be plumb. The craftsmen have done their duty.
This cornerstone has been tested by the proper implements of masonry. I find that the craftsmen have skillfully and faithfully done their duty, and I do declare the stone to be well formed and trusty, truly laid and correctly proved according to the rules of our ancient craft. May the building be conducted and completed amid the blessings of plenty, health, and peace. Brother Grand Marshal, you will present the elements of consecration to the proper officers.
I scattered this corn as an emblem of plenty. May the blessings of bounteous heaven be showered upon us and upon all light, patriotic, and important undertakings, and inspire the hearts of the people with virtue, wisdom, and gratitude.
I pour this wine as an emblem of
Joy and gladness.
joy and gladness. May the great ruler of the universe bless and prosper our national, state, and city governments. Preserve the union of the states in harmony and brotherly love, which shall endure through all time.
So mote it be.
I pour this oil as an emblem of peace. May its blessings abide with us continually, and may the Grand Master of heaven and earth shelter and protect the widow and orphan, and vouchsafe to them, and to the bereaved, the afflicted and sorrowing everywhere, the enjoyment of every good and perfect gift.
So mote it be. May corn, wine, and oil, and all the necessaries of life abound among men throughout the world. May the blessing of Almighty God be upon this undertaking. May He protect the workmen from every accident. May the structure here to be erected be planned with wisdom, supported by strength, and adorned in beauty. And may it be preserved to the latest ages, an emblem of the industry and liberality of its founders. Worthy brother, having thus, as Grand Master of Masons, laid the cornerstone of this structure, I now return to you these implements of operative masonry. Having full confidence in your skill and capacity to perform the important duties confided to you, to the satisfaction of those who have entrusted you with their fulfillment. I have the honor to report that, in compliance with the request of the proper authorities, the cornerstone of the new East Fairmont Middle School building to be erected on this site has been laid successfully with the ancient ceremonies of the craft. Brother Grand Marshal, you will therefore make the proclamation.
In the name of the most worshipful Grand Lodge of ancient free and accepted Masons of West Virginia, I now proclaim that the cornerstone of the structure to be erected has this day been found true and trusty and laid according to the old customs by the Grand Master of Masons.